Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jack, coach of your Wenatchee Wobbuffets, bringing you our Week 7 team builder versus Skurk and the Mighty Mimukyus. His team that you see over there on the left-hand side, as per usual. He has the Mega Metagross, Alolan Ninetales, Porygon Z, Lucario, Slowking, Manbuzz, Victini, Venusaur, Torkoal, Leafeon, and the Frostlass. So quite a few weeks back when the season initially started, Thomas and I had a couple mock battles just to kind of get a feeling both for our teams as well as the other one. Of course, we have not battled since then. This will be our first match against him. But during those matches, he had made three different teams, and I had only made one because I was lazy. Um, and during those three matches, two things I noticed. One, he always brought Alolan Ninetales, and two, Lickilicky put a lot of work in against him. Like he did not have a good answer to Lickilicky. And so looking at his team, I don't think he has made any trades so far, at least in the main season. But looking at his team, his only real check to Lickilicky is Lucario and a choice banded Victini. And of course when he to do for Lucario to check Lickilicky, it needs to be a physical variant. He could bring a special variant like Nasty Plot, but a physical variant is much better at being able to handle Lickilicky. So I'm kind of keeping that mindset going into it. So going into my team, as you can see on the screen right here, we do have Drive By the Yanmega making its debut for the Wenatchee Wobbuffets this season. I'm bringing a Choice Specs Tinted Lead set because that it just does so much work. It doesn't score many OHKOs against his team, but because of that Tinted Lens nice ability, he doesn't have any switches to it, so it can really tear a lot of holes through his team, opening the way for a couple other mons that you're going to see down the road to come in and clean up at the end. I've never used a Yanmega before, so I'm really excited to try this out. As you're going to see down the road, I don't have any hazard removal this week, which of course with Yanmega is not that good. However, his only real hazard setup is Torkoal and Frostlass. Frostlass gets the spikes, which of course Yanmega is immune to, so that's not too big of an issue. Of course, Torkoal can set up those stealth rocks, and Yanmega is 4 times weak to that. So if I do see that he brings the Torkoal, I'm going to lead off with the Yanmega because he'll probably lead with the Torkoal, like he usually does, and then get some big damage with either a Bug Buzz or an Air Slash on the Torkoal. So we'll see. We'll kind of play that out. And then if I hit him with the Bug Buzz or the Air Slash, excuse me, he's either going to OHKO me with a Lava Plume or set up the rocks. And then if he does set up the rocks, then of course the Bug Buzz and the Air Slash will kill him afterwards. And then that's one threat out of the way. U-turn just in case I want to move around. And then Shadow Ball, I didn't just kind of a fourth move to hit the Mega Metagross. Obviously the Bug Buzz does hit it pretty hard, but in case I am in on that thing, or in case before it's Mega'd, or actually before it's Mega, it wouldn't even matter. But in case he wants to like switch into it, I can hit him with a Shadow Ball for pretty big damage. Next model I'm bringing is the Mew. I'm bringing a Light Clay Aurora Veil. Obviously, as you guys know, I do not have any mons that set up Hail automatically on my team. However, like I said earlier, the Alolan Ninetales came every match during our mock battles, and he pretty much has to bring the Alolan Ninetales because it puts in a lot of work against my team. It has the Freeze Stride to be able to break through Manaphy as well as Blastoise. Aurora Veil is really nice for him. It allows a lot of his mons to be able to set up. And overall, I just like Ninetales puts in a lot of work against my team, so he basically 100% has to bring it. So my strategy is to take advantage of the hail that he's going to be setting up and setting up my own Aurora Veil. The goal is to set it up after he's already set up his Aurora Veil, so that obviously mine lasts a little bit longer. And then down the road, you guys will see the mon that I hope to allow to take advantage of that. And the third mon I am bringing is, of course, the Doublade. I just love this Doublade. And like I said earlier, the Lucario basically has to run physical in order to take advantage of Lickilicky. And if it does run physical, Doublade basically walls it, barring the Earthquake. But if he brings like a Sword Stance, then he has to have like close combat, probably extreme speed, and then some kind of coverage move. So chances are Doublade will be able to wall the Lucario pretty well and fire back with a Brick Break. Obviously, Sacred Sword would do a little bit more to Lucario. However, in order to break through the Aurora Veil on his side of the field, Brick Break is a little bit nicer. And then Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw, and Gyro Ball. And then, of course, as you guys have probably guessed, I am bringing the Assault Vest Licky Cloud 9, in case I can like switch in, and then his Aurora Veil will not be able to go up with the Cloud 9 on the field, and as well as like Blizzard is not as accurate, etc., etc. Return, Gyro Ball, Earthquake, and Explosion hits his entire team pretty well. Gyro Ball for the Ninetales, obviously Earthquake for the Metagross, and stuff like that. Like I said, this one puts in a lot of work during our mock matches, and it's been putting in a lot of work throughout this entire season. So I just wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep on doing work because it's a really good one. I've really started to really like Licky. Next one I bring is a Choice Scarf Shaman with Seed Flare, Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, and Healing Wish. This is basically because Doublade and Licky together can put in a lot of work against his team, and between them they don't have any recovery. So Shaman is here to make sure I can get the Healing Wish up, depending on which one I feel like it puts in the most work late game, in order to get those things nice and full. Seed Flare for the stab, heavy damage, Earth Power, and Dazzling Gleam for coverage. And the last one I'm bringing is a Fire MZ Infernape with Sunny Day, Nasty Plot, Flamethrower, and Solar Beam. So during our mock battles, I brought a Scarfed Infernape just because Scarfed Infernape allows me to outspeed the Metagross and the Alola Ninetales, and Flare Blitz obviously hits both of them pretty hard. So I expect him to expect me to bring the Choice Scarf Infernape again, just because it puts in a lot of work against my team, and it forces a lot of switches as well. So I'm hoping that I can set up the Sunny Day, which gives me a speed boost, effectively giving me a Choice Scarf, except I'm not locked in. And then once I set up a Nasty Plot, I can, as long as I get a couple chip damage on some of the mons, I can really sweep throughout his team. So yeah, it's my team for this week. Really looking forward to it. Highly expecting the Alola Ninetales. He might not bring the Metagross just because it didn't really do all that much during our mock battles, but definitely got to watch out for that in case he does. Porygon Z, Lucario, Slowking, I'm definitely expecting the Slowking to come. And then he might bring like the Torkoal Venusaur Core, or he might just bring a Victini. I'm not bringing the Tyrantrum this week, which is basically my dedicated Victini counter. So that could end up biting me in the butt, or it could end up working out for us. We'll just have to see. Alright, thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you at the battle.